Welcome. The Thrift Store Rundown is the only YouTube channel to bring America's test kitchen home on a budget, and I take great pride in that. But along the same lines, if I ever see an issue of Cooks Illustrated at the thrift store, whether it's a regular issue or a special collector's issue like this, no ifs, ands, or buts, no matter what the price, it's gonna be mine. Specifically, I paid 74 cents for this. That's 25% off the sticker price of 99 cents as so indicated on the top left-hand corner of the cover of Cooks Illustrated's 2019 Recipe Roundup. That's 2019 Annual, and that's all they call it. That's 2019 Annual. Every recipe from a full year of America's most trusted food magazine. Retail prices, $12.95 US and $14.95 in Canada. On display until March 16th of this year, meaning that by next Monday, this would be off the shelves. What timing? What you see on the cover is just a small representation of a small fraction of every recipe developed and conceived by Cooks Illustrated last year. Pizza al taglio with arugula and fresh mozzarella. One of the easiest pizzas you'll ever make. No kneading, stretching, pizza peel, or baking stone needed. I'm kind of a skeptic when it comes to this, although I'm normally not a skeptic when it comes to America's Test Kitchen, the most trusted test kitchen in all of America, because there is no way that Cooks Illustrated can distill all of last year's recipes into one special collector's issue, let alone a standalone book with more pages. But they did put a lot of recipes in here, plus some cocktails, which you'll see on page 108, and some standalone DIY recipes like condiments, and canning things and stuff like that. That's on page 110. We begin with a welcome note from current editor-in-chief of Cooks Illustrated and on-camera science geek for ATK, Dan Souza. Yes, he's pulling double duty and at such a young age. What a remarkable young lad. And he's really cool. He happened to notice me on Instagram once, and I take great pride in that too. Bear in mind that the older gentleman, Christopher Kimball, also pulled double duty as editor-in-chief of Cooks Illustrated and host of its TV counterpart, America's Test Kitchen, before he left to create Milk Street. And he's slaying over there too with the best of them. As you're watching this, I want you to guess what each of the recipes featured in this review have in common with each other. Hint, it has something to do with a certain foodie YouTube channel, not America's Test Kitchen, by the way. You'll be listening to an even bigger hint as we go along. So let's begin. First up, beef bulgogi, developed and conceived by Annie Petito. This popular Korean dish features flavorful strips of marinated steak that cook in minutes. Bulgogi beef is quick enough for a weeknight, but also impressive and fun to serve company. And here are just a few examples of helpful sidebars that give you helpful suggestions and tips regarding ingredients and equipment. Next up, Albondigas, tapas-style meatballs. Meatballs the Spanish way. For a new take on meatballs and sauce, try Albondigas and salsa de almendras. A tapas staple featuring a rich nut mixture that should be on everyone's repertoire. Also developed and tested by Annie Petito. Next, get the hints listening to the music? Should be easy for you to guess. We have a Mexican shrimp cocktail. Cocktail de Camarón is more flavorful and more fun than the American classic. That's another Annie Petito creation. What's next? Another Annie Petito creation? She seems insanely talented. Yep, she offers up her take on Shakshuka, North African-style poached eggs, which you can see right now in the latest episode of America's Test Kitchen on public television. Shakshuka's savory, aromatic tomato sauce is a perfect foil for the rich, runny eggs, if only it were a great poaching liquid too. But it is an excellent, as Addie says, breakfast for dinner option, and may be further enlivened by condiments such as harissa, zesty herb sauce, or even tahini. Looks remarkably similar to the certain YouTube foodie that I'm going to mention at the end of it, and it should be easy for you to guess by now. And finally we have, I know we're a little late for this, the Yule Log Revival, a fluffy, tender cake that rolls effortlessly around a plush stay put filling, and most of the work can be completed days in advance. It's a Christmas miracle! Tested and conceived by Andrea Geary. Not to mention, it tastes delicious, with or without the booze. Here we have one of John Burgoyne's awesome illustrations on the back. He's the illustrator for every Cook's Illustrated back cover. For example, we have mezzi. So what's in this food group? We have olives, feta cheese, stuffed grape leaves, string cheese, hummus, pickled turnips, kibbe, bastoma, and boric. So I like to presume that this has something to do with tangy ingredients. Foods that have a certain bite to them. This is a small pictorial roundup of some of the recipes featured in this issue. And if you need further assistance in what to make for dinner or lunch, or breakfast or dessert, take a look at the index right here at the end. This is flawless through and through. Cook's Illustrated knocked it out of the park again. 5 out of 5 claps. And yes, if you did guess in the comments section, no cheating. Variations on each of the recipes featured in this review were created by Chef John of foodwishes.com. The music must have given it away, right? Yep. Even though we're a little bit late and a little bit early to catch this, Cook's Illustrated and America's Test Kitchen's appeal remains timeless. At least in my heart, and definitely in my appetite. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the thrift side.